Hello, cat.
Hey.
Perfect kitty cam starts the stream. Come on, cat.
But a kitty cam would imply that we actually had
Yeah.
another camera for the cats. Handsome Carlson. Come here.
And Kira's behind my back.
Carlson, come on.
Well, now it's kitty cam.
Now we're just gonna watch you.
Come on, boy.
Carlson, you are silly. You are silly handsome. So, this is the best start ever. How's everybody doing? I didn't cry as much today as I did yesterday. I didn't cry at all today. Yesterday though. Boy howdy. But it was because we went to the doctor's to do a checkup that I didn't think I would have to go to because I thought the baby would be born by now. And she was really understanding about that. That, yeah, with the girls, I had given birth at 32 weeks, and this is now 8 weeks beyond that. So it may not be late, but it sure as heck feels late.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that.
Did
Did I squish a cat?
He didn't even make a sound or move or anything. He just sat there. Was like, what was that about?
Oh, no, poor baby. Hey, Andreas. Did I squish you with my big butt?
We decided to just do a stream a little bit early and.
Hey, I've been here. Howdy meowdy.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just
Put
saying.
the screen down so they can see the catties.
Oh, it doesn't really. Oh, there he is again. Right, okay, fine.
This is baby.
Actually, that's baby.
That's baby. Yeah. I like how egg-shaped I am. It's so funny.
Oh, a bunch of people showed up.
Yay, Jerry.
Okay.
Gia.
So we just do boop and boop.
Oh, good. Andres survived last week's tummy bug.
I mean, not good that he had a tummy bug.
No, but surviving is pretty much what we hope for. I survived today. Jerry loves my pants. Thank you.
Hide the comments to show them.
They're pajama pants.
Yeah, we're very casual this stream. You may have noticed we're on the couch.
What's very important to me is being really well put together and matching and fashion forward.
Yes. Oh, I'm definitely gonna give the cats some kibble because they're chewing on the aloe again.
Okay, so what I just said was leave my plant alone because the cats keep chewing on my aloe vera. Yeah. But these are pajama pants that fit me comfortably because they're so big and stretchy. So this is what I've been wearing all week. There was a time when I would change my clothes, and now I just wear I pick an outfit and I wear that outfit for the week. Wait, why am I admitting how disgusting I am? Morton, stop me.
Hey, you're allowed. You're heavily pregnant. I mean, you are as pregnant as you can be, pretty much.
Yeah, it's true. Casual is good, Andreas said. And then he said, I am really tired today. Woke up the first time at 3 a.m. Oof, that's always rough.
Yeah. Yeah, so you'd be sick. Yeah, there's a lot of illness going around. Like, my parents have had, colds for the last week, which is rough for them. But they're getting better. But then, also, as a substitute teacher, it's good for me when there are colds and such going around, because that means I get work.
Yay! I'm just like, I'm not used to seeing myself at this angle, and it's just like, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh man. So, what were you saying? Oh, good.
I was trying to say a while back that like we were keeping it short because Katie's got another appointment in like 45 minutes.
I'm going to be talking about Saint Santa Lucia Day. When is that again?
13th.
So, Andreas, can you share something interesting about Saint Lucia Day that I can maybe share on the while I'm guesting on this podcast? He says, I am seated here in a newly bought pair of jeans. Nice. Feel like wearing something new feels good. I don't experience that too much because I'm so cheap and I just like to buy stuff from secondhand shops. And that also feels nice because it's still new to us.
Yeah.
Speaking of new to us, tomorrow.
Hopefully if everything works out tomorrow, we're gonna go pick up our new car.
It's so funny. Because like the thing with the deal with it was that he tried to sell it earlier and then nobody bought it, so then he raised the price, lowered the price more, and what, $2,500, 2,500 euro.
Yeah, 25,000 Swedish kronor.
Yeah. And I was telling Monique about that because I was like, money is so weird, isn't it? Because I remember you talking about buying lenses, camera lenses that are that much.
Yeah.
Like, not the camera, the lens to go to it, the accessoire. It's as much as this life-changing thing for us.
Remember how I told you about that those stupidly overpriced like collectible commemorative magic cards that you're not even allowed to use for actual play?
This is a magic thing, isn't it?
Yes, magic cards. But so our car costs as much as 10 packs of those cards, which is just ridiculous.
10 packs of cards. Money is so weird. But I held on to hope and faith that everything would work out, that we would be able to borrow what we had or what we didn't have and find the money.
And here's Andreas coming in with the Lucia facts. She was from Sicily. The lace casted in gold in the church Santa Maria del Maggiore in Venice.
That's cool.
I did not know she was buried in Venice. Cool.
Andreas is a font of wisdom. So yeah, it's just going to be so exciting. Change is hard for the kids, though.
Yeah.
I thought that they were more on board since we'd been talking about it. But then when we brought it up again, like, we got to get all of our stuff out of the car because Grandma and Grandpa are going to be taking it with them. Like, we want our car forever. Were you there for that?
No, I was not.
But then it quickly changed to, but I want a purple car. I want a pink car with purple polka dots.
Yeah. No, it's silver.
Oh, man.
Oh, wait, there's one thing. Sarah said there are two legends about Lucia, so that's interesting too. But also, yeah, here said, I think the money with the name of Crown sounds fancy.
What can we say? We live in a fancy place. It suits us and our fanciness.
Yes, I'm so fancy.
You already know.
What tricycle cargo bike will look that costs. Yeah, this is like but that's new. This is a minivan from 2002.
But it looks like it's in really good shape.
It is in really good condition. Like, it has been well cared for, and it's like it has not been driven at all for for several years.
And it's a 7-seater?
Yeah, you can't. But then, like, if you have all 7 seats in, there's like no cargo space.
Right.
So.
We don't plan on needing any more than 5 seats.
But occasionally, it might be nice to be able to fit the whole family and also give someone else a ride.
Yeah. Just like, in case anyone's curious, this is closed for business. What did Sarah say?
Yes, so the actual story of Lucia. First is that she refused to marry the man that her parents chose for her because she dedicated her life to God. And so she's a martyr, yeah.
Yes. And then, hey, Dawn's here. Woohoo!
Well,
yes. So Andreas is giving facts.
Yes,
and Sarah are giving facts about Saint Lucia, because it's a special holiday in Sweden, and I'm invited on a podcast to talk about it.
So what's the brand of car? It's an Opel Zafira.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, like, the original holiday about Lucia is, I think Opel, like, yeah, they're not, like, they're mostly continental Europe brand, and I think they exist in the UK, but under a completely different name.
Interesting.
Oh, here, the other legend about her is that she would feed the Christians in the catacombs in Rome. She would put a crown of lights on her head so she could carry more.
Oh, I thought that the crown of lights had to do with symbolizing her being martyred by being set on fire.
Yeah, I mean, there's the whole thing of legends. This is I think the martyrdom. There's probably more truth to the martyrdom legend than this one. But yeah. Yes, that's what I thought. And I said, yes, it's called Vauxhall.
Or Vauxhall.
Yeah, but yes, so that's. But yeah.
It looks so nice. And it's just like, I was getting so frustrated. So I'm like, I've been believing and hoping and praying and knowing that this is going to happen. Why hasn't it happened yet? And
Yeah.
now, like, yes, okay, it did come together. Now we just have to get some help to get it home because,
Yeah.
Whoa. Did you see that?
No.
It felt like it went, ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Opel are like very like I think they pretty much only operate in Europe as far as I know. I never saw one in the States or anything. So.
Oh wow. How do you guys know so much about this? What the heck? I was not expecting so much.
Right, she's a patron saint of the blind. That makes sense because I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, in the story of her martyrdom, they do like put her eyes out, which like so.
Ah dang! So you had a bad day.
So you celebrate more than they're soon in most Scandinavian and some other Catholic countries. But also, like, as far as I understand, like the Swedish Lucia traditions were not originally. Of course, Sarah says she collects Christmas myths and legends. Yeah, that makes sense.
That would do it. I asked the right person.
And I was right about the thing that I said about her eyes being taken out when they killed her. But also, if I recall correctly, now, of course, we shouldn't be giving all this away because you're going to be talking.
I don't think anybody that listens to that podcast is going to come back over to this channel and watch the stream.
But we want our viewers here to go and watch and listen to the podcast. No, that's okay. But yeah, as far as I know, and Andreas, if you know more about this, feel free to correct me. But like my understanding is that like the tradition.
What? The Kim Jong-un is here? I'm so honored. Welcome to my stream.
Okay.
Martin, bring it up on the screen so we have proof. Kim Jong-un. I'm such a...
No, we're not watching the World Cup.
No.
We're not really sports people.
We what? Ball goes places. People run and sweat. Woo!
Anyway.
Get the goal.
Anyway, but yeah, so my understanding is like the Swedish Christmas tradition of like the Lucia choir thing was like originally not like specifically connected to, like, it wasn't a religious thing at all. It started out just as like young people going around like singing for money, like so that you would have some like it was like students going around singing for money, so you'd have some cash over Christmas break back in the day, and then it sort of became connected to the saint like after the fact, and then became a more formalized tradition. And
like, when did that happen?
Like a pretty long time ago now. Like this was.
That's my water bottle. So, Kim has informed us that rockets should be sent for skipping the World Cup. Well, it's not that all of Sweden. We do not represent the entirety of the country. We are.
But a lot of Swedes are like have been talking about boycotting the World Cup because of. But yeah.
Bring up Ich bin here's comment. I like how Kim took a break from watching the World Cup to visit us. Yes. Thank you.
And Andreas and Sarah are saying that you should do a Christmas legend thing.
Yeah. Sarah's much more qualified to do this than I am. She should be the guest right now, because I was just going to basically talk about my experience of it, because like
you should have Sarah as your ghostwriter. You should just be like texting her on WhatsApp while recording.
Or if you're interested, I can give you their information and you can just contact them, because I'm sure they'd be happy to talk to you. Anyway. And also, Sweden isn't in the World Cup, and why would a Swede give a poop about the World Cup if they're not in it?
I mean, no, people are still like interested, and there's some. So there was, a massive upset that I was like, that's like the only thing that I have found out about it that I found interesting was that. Wait, now I need to make sure I remember this correctly. It was Saudi Arabia that beat Argentina 2-1, which is just like that should have been impossible, because like Argentina is one of the greatest soccer nations in the world, and Saudi Arabia is not.
It's funny how us non-sports people like know this really weird random stuff just because we've been.
I'm not a sports person. I'm a trivia person.
That is true. You would make us a lot of money going on some trivia game show. Sarah would be happy to do an interview. Okay, Sarah, tell us more. What's your favorite Christmas myth? Dawn says, listening as I wrap up. Thanks, Morton. Listening as I wrap up my school day and clean up. Was hoping you would have had the baby. Maybe today. You're hoping. But I'm trying to accept it.
Yeah.
When the doctor said, can you survive another week? Did she say that?
Something like that, yeah.
Like, I can't. That's too painful to think. So it's just
day by day.
That wasn't really in tune.
Yeah.
Day by day.
So did you start singing because I started singing, or were you like? Did you also start singing the exact same song as me spontaneously?
Spontaneously.
That's we are so predictable
We
in
are.
our chaos.
It's like we've been together for 100 years. Oh man.
Okay, favorite Christmas story is Christmas Carol.
Well, yeah. We know Christmas Carol. I was expecting something cooler. Like something magical. I mean, Christmas Carol's magical, but like I know it. I know Christmas Carol already.
Yeah, what's your favorite
Tell me something I don't.
obscure
Yeah,
Christmas myth?
obscure. Tell me something I don't know. I demand to be entertained. I'm just kidding. I kid. But that's a Christmas tradition that I miss is going to see the Christmas Carol play with my family in Utah at the Terrence Plaza Playhouse. Did you get to see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite Christmas myth or legend, poinsettias.
Ooh, here we go. I don't know about poinsettias. I just know that there are beautiful plants that are poisonous to animals.
Which I read, I've heard that they are not as poisonous as people think. But I'm not sure. You should probably still be careful with them.
Probably.
I feel like yesterday I met you at the ferry and got presented to you as Morton's girlfriend. Right. We bumped into Andreas the first time you came to visit.
We weren't even engaged yet.
Yeah, we got engaged 2 weeks later.
Yeah, we were babies. We were fetuses. Our umbilical cords hadn't fallen off yet. Can I do a voice cameo to tell the story? Sure. How do we do that?
Wait, can we do that right away?
Let's try this.
Okay.
Adventure time.
Wait, do we have the question is, where do we?
Send me the link and then I'll put it in the WhatsApp
or
Discord.
Yeah, wait, I can also, do you have Discord on here?
I don't know.
No, you don't.
I doubt it.
Yeah, why would you have
WhatsApp,
that?
I think, is probably going to be the easiest for you to send me the link.
We copy that. Wait, no, that's... Wait, are you're Facebook friends with her, aren't you?
I don't think Sarah's on Facebook.
Yeah. But she was.
If we are, we're not Facebook friends.
Oops. Okay, so I'm just gonna send it to myself.
Okay.
So you can get a hold of it.
We are technical.
She is on Facebook. Wait.
Oh
wait, but then I can forward the link to her on Messenger through Messenger because I think I'm Facebook friends with her.
Oh.
All of this fun stuff.
Yeah. So.
Okay, there, Sarah. You should have a link in Messenger, which should allow us to put you, if you were to actually add you to the stream right now, for you to appear there.
They're going to see Christmas Carol in the London Theatre.
Hey, my.
Nice. London is so cool.
I'd love to spend some more time there. I've only been through.
Yeah. I got to have some pretty darn good quality time in London when I toured there.
Mm-hmm. I also like to see New York at some point, but that's a different issue.
Take me on a trip I'd love to go someday.
Okay, let me see now. So then let's switch. There's Sarah.
Yay!
Right, I'm not visible. Let's do
I think that worked.
Okay.
Noise.
Oh look, there's a.
Did a bird fly?
That's hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious.
I think you're officially our first ever guest on these Hangout live streams.
No, I've done one with Nanny and I did one with Carmel.
Yeah, but those weren't like this. My like hangout lessons
Oh, that's
right
true. That's
with
true.
me.
Yeah. Noise. Okay, Sarah, take it away.
Okay. Darling, you coming through to hear the story?
Yes, I'm just looking for something to.
Bear with us. Andreas is
Bear with.
trying to find a top. I probably said more than I need to. Wow, there's a massive delay on this.
What is
That's
that
fine.
stupid meme thing or someone wrote on? I think it was on Twitter. Like, okay, bear with me. What if you were kidnapped by an intelligent animal and bear with me? You had to tweet out a coded message for help.
Hi, dogs. You and Bernice.
Oh,
Probably
This
still
is
gonna-
Andreas, everyone. This is yay! Yay. Okay, so the story of the poinsettia. This one is an absolutely lovely story, and I really, really like it. Let's see, where do I begin? Okay. I think I'll start at the very beginning. I've heard it's a very good place to start. Yes.
Depends on how
Anyway,
long the story is.
Yes.
Katie will need to leave in like 15 minutes.
that's fine. I will keep this. This is a relatively short story. Once upon a time, there was a young girl and her brother. They were orphans and they lived in a small village, and the tradition that the church had in their village was that children would bring flowers to the altar to celebrate the birth of Christ and everything. But because they were orphans and they had no parents and they had no money, they didn't have any flowers. So the girl went out to try and find some. And she was very upset because she couldn't find anything. And then, right as she was about to give up, an angel appeared to her and nudged her and pointed to some weeds at the side of the road and said, "Take those, you never know what might happen." So she took the weeds, or what looked like weeds at least at the time, and she walked into the church, and she held her brother's hand tightly as she walked to the front. Everyone was looking at her, and no one looked happy because how dare she bring weeds into the service? How dare she bring the poorest dregs of flowers into the service? And then she laid them upon the altar. And as she laid them upon the altar, a miracle happened. The weeds began to shine with an angelic light, and they changed from plain old weeds into beautiful star-shaped flowers with red points and green leaves. And everyone was amazed, and no one ever questioned anyone bringing weeds into the church again.
Aww. Thanks for sharing. That's lovely.
Yeah, it's a
That's
beautiful
okay. It's an absolutely gorgeous little story. It's one of those stories that's like, you don't quite expect it, and I like that.
Hmm.
And it
So
just
we
shows that even though she could only bring what other people perceived as basically the dregs of, in this case, society, even if people can't see your worth, God still sees it, and he can produce a miracle.
Yeah. Don't judge a book by its cover and all that jazz.
Yeah.
So we've got a new friend here. I don't recognize this name. Daniel Barry. Sports highlights. It's so funny that things keep going back to sports in the fact that we are not sports people. So I hope that you don't judge us too deeply on account of us not being sports people. We don't begrudge other people to like them.
Yeah. I don't even know if he's stuck around.
Yeah, we don't know.
He might have just popped in, dropped the yo, and gone away again.
As you do.
Yo.
Yo. And Andres says, a great story. It reminds me of the story of Bernadette. I'm not familiar with the story of Bernadette. Are you familiar, Morton?
I am not. Unless you're referring to Bernadette, the character in The Big Bang Theory, but I doubt it.
I don't think so. Like, that seems unlikely.
Yes, but I agree with Jacqueline here. Thanks for telling the story, Sarah.
Yeah. I love to hear people share stories.
Yeah.
Shall we say adieu?
Yeah, that feels like a good, like, that story feels like a good point to end on.
Yeah.
So with a lovely pronunciation, yes.
Yes.
Yes, you have very good diction.
Of course. Professional storyteller there, published author and everything.
Yes. Okay, well, so thank you very much. And good night.
Hugs. No, I don't feel like bringing my face over to the screen, so I'll just go do it from here.
The Legend of Bernadette is called The Miracle in London, and we will look it up and read it ourselves.
Or next time Andreas can come on and share.
Yes.
That would be
Otherwise,
fun.
we can. Yes, and it's not quite published yet. We're working on it.
Yes, we can get all of the Nostril Society to share stories at some point. Nostrils of Death.